guys, welcome to the Spill and Grill.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tashinga.
And this is where you spill the stories.
And we grill them to perfection.
Okay guys, let's get ready for today's episode. Today's theme is a certain manipulation tactic that nobody appreciates. No. I'm talking about
gaslighting.
So, we have a video, and she has a very interesting story.
I followed this guy on Instagram a couple of days ago and he followed me back. And then I stayed into my DMs and we were chatting. And I asked him, I said, do you want to go to a wine bar sometime in Barcelona next week? And he was like, oh my God, sure. Yeah, I'd love to do that. And then last night we actually decided, let's just meet for a walk. Met him on the street near mine, walking for 5 minutes. He said, oh, actually, there's a place near here that I really want to go to. Like, didn't you say you wanted to go to a wine bar? It looks really nice. I was like, okay, great. We go in. He orders a cocktail. I panicked. I ordered a beer. He was like, you know, I want something nicer, like get a nice drink. And then the drinks came. He was like, here, have some of my cocktail. I had some of his. He was like, you obviously like it. You know, you have that, I'll have the beer, or we'll share the drink or whatever. No, I thought we were just going for a walk. So I am in a hoodie. I'm not really dressed for like a nice place, but you know, whatever, spur of the moment. We're chatting away. At some point he starts talking about like dates and stuff, and that basically then he starts talking about how, you know, he went on a load of dates, you know, recently, and then he realized actually that he doesn't want to be dating right now, and you know, because he went through a breakup a few months ago and he just has a lot, like, he's like stuff to work on in his head. And so yeah, so I sat there and I said, why did you ask me to meet you tonight? And he said, do you think this is a date? To which I was speechless for a few seconds, and I was like, do you think that we're meeting as friends? And he was like, yeah, basically. Like, okay, yes, granted, like a walk does not exactly equal date. But my initial thing was I asked him on a date to go to a wine bar, and then he agreed, and then we went for a walk. But then immediately he was like, let's go to this wine bar where we order drinks. Anyway, I've woken up on further reflection. I'm very confused, because now going forward, like if I'm going on dates with people, now I'm like, do I have to clarify? Should I have to clarify? Like, by the way, is this a date? Because like, how embarrassing. But I kind of thought that like, if a member of the opposite is like asks you like, do you want to go for a drink? I just feel like going for a drink, like asking to go to a wine bar for a drink. Is that not synonymous with date? Is that not kind of the code? Is that not the code of like, I'm asking you on a date? No? Or if it's just as friends, you clarify that. You'd be like, do you want to go for a drink sometime as to be clear, as friends? So anyway, is this another hurdle now that I have to navigate with dating, to be like, I'm asking people out for a drink, but then I have to clarify, like, to make sure that it's romantic date vibes.
Especially if you don't know the person.
Right.
Like if I'm going out with my guy friend of 5 years, like no one's thinking twice,
exactly,
whether we're single or we're in relationship. But you don't know this person, so why would you think it was anything but a date?
Exactly.
The way she says it as well, where he's like, oh, I'm sorry, you thought this was a date? I feel like,
right?
What? Is it not?
I would be mortified. I don't even know what I would say in that moment.
I don't know as well. I'd be like, oh, I thought this was.
But if the roles were reversed, for example, the guy asked the girl to go either for a walk or a wine bar or whatever to the park on a swing, it automatically everybody thinks it's a date because they don't know each other. So why is it different because it's the girl who asked him out?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Let's reverse the roles one more time. And I tell you, hey, this guy slid into my DMs. He asked me if I want to go to a wine bar sometime because he knows I'm new here. And we're gonna go to this wine bar. And you would say, oh, so you're going on a date? And I'd say, no, he's just being friendly, Tashinga. And you'd be like, Sarah, come on. No random guy is going to ask you to go to a wine bar to just be friends. Yeah. So why can it not be the same for a woman?
It's so true. That's a very fair point. Something
so weird about this story. And I can see why she's so confused, because I would be too. I would just be there like, I'm very confused. Because if anybody can decipher this for me, for us, and for her, please let us know. Because I have no idea what the hell this guy was trying to do.
Well, we can try and decipher, because of course we had to go through the comments, but everyone is saying very different things. So we've got from a lady, similar thing happened to me with a guy I met on Tinder. We arranged to meet up for a drink after chatting for a while on a dating app, mind you. And I happened to mention that this was actually the first date I go on after a long time. He immediately fires.
This is not a date. Laugh out loud.
I was too stunned to speak because what the asked him, what is it then? He said,
we have just met to get to know each other.
Needless to say, I didn't meet him for a second date.
Oh, come on. No, that's an idiot.
He was the one to fire back and said, this is not a date.
Then what is it, sir? When you meet on Tinder.
Okay, this is from a guy. He gave you a load of mixed messages simply because he doesn't know what he wants, but in the same breath, he wants to hang around while he makes up his own mind about what he actually wants. So, as a man, here's my advice: to move on and find someone who knows what they want relationship-wise, because he will wreck your head sitting on the fence and expecting you to sit around waiting. Thank you, sir.
Very good advice, actually.
you.
Yeah, forget this guy. Don't continue hanging out with him as friends.
She said, so she's replied saying, yes, I think this is exactly it. Oh, don't worry. I left 10 minutes after he said he wasn't interested in dating and don't plan on seeing him again.
Good.
Very
Good. I cannot picture this guy just like getting ready, walking there, going, I'm going to make a new friend tonight.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Come on. And there are a lot of guys that don't want to be friends with the opposite sex.
Agreed.
This story is messed
Agreed.
up. Completely messed up.
Another girl has said he wasn't feeling it, so he turned it into a vague friend thing.
He knew it was a date. Yeah. Absolute bullshit. He knew he was going on a date. Something happened. We don't know what happened. But something happened on that date where he's like, I'm not feeling it. I'm too much of a coward to break it to her in reality. So I'm just going to say that I never thought this was a date to begin with.
Facts. I think that's, I think maybe this is the conclusion, to be honest.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Because nothing else makes sense.
Let's keep going because the comments are good. Okay, so this is from a guy. He decided when he met you in person that he wasn't attracted to you, but was happy to hang out with you. So he liked your company, but nothing more. Simple enough. She replied, no, but he told me after that he does find me attractive and pretty and enjoyed hanging out with me. So it was very mixed messages. That is key.
If a man finds a woman attractive,
Sorry.
No, 100%. That is the first thing that goes through their mind. No, not, oh, she's hot and she's nice. I want to be her friend.
Yeah, they are thinking with the people.
Maybe he doesn't find her attractive and he didn't know how to tell her.
Yeah.
Something is so weird.
Very weird. Someone else has said, I don't know if this is a man or a woman. They put, number 1, never invite a man first. Number 2, never go for a walk as a date. And number 3, he was never interested. And then
why not?
Someone put to that, don't take advice from Muppets.
High five, yes.
So that's really, really funny.
Why can't I ask you out?
You can.
I don't like that guy. He is a Muppet.
Yeah,
Screw him.
I feel like that's a guy
Yeah.
that wrote that. Yeah, that's a guy. But yeah, that's pretty much. So a mix of comments. A real mix of comments. Like, what do we think in the end?
I'm going to conclude with he knew it was a date. Something happened that turned him off. And then he just backed out of it in the most cowardly way.
Know what you want, sir.
Yeah.
Know what you want. You've just come out of a relationship. You were trying to, I don't know what you were trying
Or he
to
was
do.
just trying to get laid. But even at that, if you're trying to get laid, you'd like the girl to think it's a date, that it might lead to something.
Yeah. I'm glad she left. I'm glad she was like, no, this is not a date. And she was like, bye.
Yeah, yes, I'm not wasting my time.
Gaslighting mother.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next gaslighting. And this is actually a submission from a friend of ours. So this is from our friend Perry. She was a guest a few episodes ago where she spoke about her ex-boyfriend's crazy mom.
But his mother is known to be very religious and very controlling when it comes to his and our relationship.
So this is also her story. So a guy had asked her out for dinner, and in the end she realized that if she were to go out with him, that it would just be as friends, that she wasn't interested in him romantically. So she decided to make that clear. And this is what she says. I'm pretty busy next week during the evenings, so I won't be able to make that work. Also, I want to be honest, and I appreciate you asking, but I'm not in a place to explore anything more than a friendship. So she was clear. Hey, I'll go out with you, but I want you to know it's not a date. So that he doesn't get the wrong impression, right?
That's clear, yeah.
Very fair. He responds with 2 question marks at the beginning.
Oh, God.
When did I try to ask about that? Haha. Like meeting for dinner instead of lunch means a date? It kind of does.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about, idiot?
Then he replies with, good night, senorita. Just to let you know, my offer to go out and catch up is still up. Again, I do not know why you had the impression that I was looking for something else with you. I can assure you it was never my intention. I just have fun with you, and I think you are a cool person to hang out with. So she replies, the switch from coffee to dinner. Yeah, so originally they were going to go for a coffee date, and then it swapped to dinner.
Okay.
The switch from coffee to dinner definitely felt like there was more intention behind it than just friends. But what really hurt was your response to me after I was just being honest and setting a boundary. I found it really disrespectful. I didn't like how you laughed and tried to make me feel like I was crazy to assume that. It's true, because even if it's not the case where he was like, whoa, I was just going to dinner, I only want to be your friend. If that's the case, why laugh?
Exactly.
Why be so defensive about it once she sets the boundary? That's what's weird. And then she continues saying 99% of the time, when men want to hang out with women, there are certain expectations. He comes back. He keeps going.
Right, okay.
I am sorry if you found it disrespectful, but I think you could have asked first instead of assuming things and the one-fits-all behavior. It keeps going.
Oh, okay.
I also find it offensive that you assume that I was trying to make a move on you based on zero evidence. There is evidence. He asked you out to dinner. That's evidence, sir. And that is different from proof.
It is, yeah.
So that is evidence. I have different healthy female friendships that started similarly, just hanging out together. Honestly, it was funny that switching to a dinner instead of having lunch, basically because I was full of work and did not have time for lunch, had a date connotation. And he finds it offensive now? No, he's offended.
Exactly.
No. What's that saying that truth tellers tell, liars sell? Do you know what I mean? Like we've both worked in sales, right? Like we push and push and push, right? We like you don't want this pen, but I'll tell you why you want this pen. And then you say, no, I don't want this pen. But hold on. This pen is even better. Like they keep going, right? He's trying to sell his story. Bullshit.
No, complete bullshit. Complete. And he goes on and
on.
And on. And it's like, dude, we were done like 5 text messages ago.
Yeah, so if he didn't mean anything from it, he wouldn't have been that defensive.
Exactly. So, honey.
Gaslighting at its finest here. The other video, actually, I don't even know what that was. But this is the perfect example of gaslighting.
Especially because he keeps going and
going and going. So first he laughed at her. Then he was a little mean, right? He was a bit disrespectful. So then she came back and she said, hey, relax. I'm just trying to be clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is fair.
Yeah. And you kind of hurt my feelings by laughing at me. And then he went back and went, whoa. I think you're disrespectful. Why did you automatically think I wanted you for a date? Versus, hey, no worries. I want to just be friends too.
True.
But this guy lost the plot.
He literally lost the plot. But like so embarrassing. So it doesn't even matter if you clarify or you don't.
Doesn't matter,
It's not,
right?
Like it's you have a double-edged sword. Is that that's what we say, right? So
You're fucked if you do, you're fucked if you don't.
it's true.
So she showed this to me. She also showed it to several people. Tushing has seen it as well. And we all said the same thing.
Yeah.
Not one person said, oh yeah, I think he meant that he just wanted to be your friend. No, his reaction, his responses are what make no sense.
True. And the question mark, the double question
Yeah.
mark at the beginning, like, excuse me?
Like it's something about when you respond in such a defensive manner. Because if you respond calmly, like, oh, hey, I'm so sorry. I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm also just interested in being your friend.
Exactly.
So no worries.
Like, I got this, like, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just a misunderstanding, no problem.
Approach is everything, guys. I think she did the right thing.
Oh, 100%.
If he really was telling the truth, he wouldn't have acted like this.
True. So in this case, his actions spoke way louder than his actual words.
And I think his ego was bruised.
Oh, 100%.
Like, he's hoping, I'm going to wine and dine her,
Yeah.
right? Maybe she'll come back home with me, right? I'll get my dick wet,
And then,
right? And then bam, bam. But now it won't happen because now she's friend-zoned you.
honey, he had a hidden agenda, which was his...
Exactly.
Okay? Like, it's nonsense.
I love how he warped the story to make her sound like she was crazy.
Jesus, doesn't matter what door you open, right?
Yeah.
It's like moron. Like, what the hell? They're just opening up the doors to the morons. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Facepalm in every single situation.
Literally.
To both these women, you're better off without these idiotic men.
And they know. I mean, she left 10 minutes after, thank God.
And
then
she just dropped them.
Yeah, blocked, done, next, RIP, see you later.
Goodbye.
See you never.
Like she said, 99% of the time. Yes, there's that 1% of the time that they just mean as friends.
That ratio is like,
So unlikely.
what is this?
And if a guy slides into my DMs,
Honey,
I
you
think he's
wanna
interested.
Slide into my underwear. That's why you're sliding in my DMs. That's the way I see it. It's like,
Exactly.
if you're sliding in my DMs, you want to slide into my underwear. So stop around. But for real.
when I was on Bumble BFF, most of the time it's for, it's girls meeting girls, right, to be friends. But as I was swiping, guys would come up, right? And there's just no way. There's absolutely no way that I think you're looking at my pictures and thinking, she looks like a good friend. There's no way I would believe that a guy wants to be my friend. From meeting on an app, from looking at my photos.
It's true. And now I think about it, most of the guy friends I've met have been through my partner or at work.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
never just been random in the street.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's been through like social settings like that.
You never meet, or not never, but 99% of the time you wouldn't meet a friend of the opposite sex online.
No. Listen, I'm just waiting to bump into Channing Tatum in the street. That's all I have to say. So we can be friends.
Friends.
If you're out there listening, Channing.
Yeah. We'd love to meet you. And we promise.
Sure.
No hanky-panky.
No hanky-panky, no magic Mike.
Yeah. Just respect.
Just BFFs.
Yeah.
But then the moral of the story is, do we have to clarify? We need answers, Sarah.
If we have to clarify on one end, we've got to clarify on both.
Both men and women, apparently.
I guess so. Yeah.
You have to clarify if you're on a dating app. You have to clarify if you're walking and you bump into someone in the middle of the streets. You have to clarify everywhere.
Anything now.
I had to
So,
clarify when I was on the dating apps.
no. Neither did I.
Now I'm almost like, I want to go back on the dating app and be like, oh, just to let you know, we're not dating. They'd be like, why are you on here, Tash? I'd be like, I don't know, just for shits and giggles.
So we got to clarify both. I want to take you out as friends, or I want to take you out on a date.
I think so, no?
I don't know. I don't even know. I have no answer for this.
No, neither do I.
But I think it's already quite clear. If a man and a woman don't really know each other and they're going out, whether it's dinner, whether it's coffee, whether it's a movie, a walk.
A walk, yeah.
If they don't know each other, doesn't matter who asked, it's most likely a date. Or that. Or a hookup attempt.
For all the men out there, please let us know.
Yeah, please let us know.
We are confused.com. So,
Yeah.
like literally, this is our website. It's moved from the Spill and Grill to confused.com dating.
Yeah. All right.
So there's no conclusion. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. That happens.
No conclusion.
That happens.
We do not know.
And this is dating in 2026.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately.
guys, as always, if you have any wild, crazy, confusing dating stories like this episode, we would love to hear from you. Please email us at thespillandgrill@gmail.com. The email is on the screen now. Disclaimer, as always, we are not professionals. We are not therapists. We are not psychotherapists, dating coaches.
None of the above. We are here to entertain and entertain you only. So I hope you've been entertained.
Exactly. If you have been listening on Spotify, you've just been listening to The Spill and Grill. And if you are watching on YouTube, thank you for watching us at The Spill and Grill. I'm Tishinga.
And I'm Sarah.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.